Hello and welcome back to the Nords. We have started off the race for Skyrim. Western Skyrim and Eastern Skyrim are both fighting to get their respective empires, and there are some other people who could potentially be rising up. Whiterun, for instance, very much look like the favourite to create Western Skyrim. If we have a look round, we have Winterhold, the Rift. They could both contest Eastern Skyrim to a degree, so there's definitely some options. And we would like to be in that kind of collection of people. We would very much like to be creating Skyrim. So, how are we going to do it? Well, first and foremost, we have a problem. We do not have enough troops on our side. If we wanted to declare a war against one of the other big ones, it's just not going to happen right now. We have 1,952. Whiterun has 5,764. No amount of allies are going to help us with that amount of a difference. So, what do we need to do? Well, we're thinking we might go and attack over here, because there's a lot of smaller places here that we could potentially integrate fairly easily. Ooh, they've got a different religion. The Old Gods religion. Ooh, cool. And we could potentially move our way along towards Markarth over here, which also has another religion, which is what confused me for a second there. So this is kind of the Druidic cult, so Druids, I'm guessing, effectively. Yeah, seems to be. So yeah, we can move our way up here, absorb some of these guys, and potentially once we do that, we'll then have enough to take on someone like Whiterun. So it all seems like a good idea. Let me just check something quickly. So we can declare holy wars against them because they're a different religion. Well, that seems pretty good. So we have a CB as well. So we could potentially move our way through some of these fairly quickly, and it would make sense for us to get Sungard and Ravenhall here, because if we can get them, then we're blocked Whiterun off from the same kind of vein of people to attack. Now, Western Skyrim could obviously just move their way along there, but we're not as worried about Western Skyrim as we are about Whiterun. If Western Skyrim gets a bit stronger, that's going to be annoying, but not nearly as annoying if Whiterun gets stronger, because they're currently the strongest. So, there's things to think about. Now, it has been suggested that there are a few optimizations we can do with our realm immediately. First, we should probably get our grandchildren to be educated if they are old enough to be educated, because, well, that just seems like that would help. Do we have a court tutor currently? We do not. Okay, so our court tutor is the obvious first step then. Let's make that Laud. Laud is our court tutor, which will just help our children get educations. The next thing, we want to go in here and we want to educate child. Actually, let's first of all look at what education you've got. So you go in stewardship. There's nothing wrong with stewardship. I think stewardship is fine. What's your other option? Martial. I think stewardship's going to be fine because we're going to plan to have a lot of extra bits of land, so that's probably going to be beneficial. Let's find him somebody to educate him in stewardship then. So, change character. High stewardship. You were a genius. Okay, well that seems to be pretty good. You're good in the stat. You're a genius. You seem like a good choice. Yeah, I don't really see an issue with that whatsoever. So we'll send that one through. Our other grandson is going into martial. Now it actually seems great for a second son, because it means that he can potentially be a knight for us, which would be ideal. Maybe a marshal, something like that. So, now we've got that in there, let's go find somebody to educate him. High Marshal, it could be us, but again, it could also just be the same person who's educating our son, because he appears to be, or she appears to be, just as good at this job. Yeah, genius. Marshal, stats good. Yeah, seems like a good choice. So, children are being educated. This child doesn't need an education yet because we don't really know what their traits are going to be, and it doesn't give them any benefits, so we'll leave it where it is. Right. So the other optimization we could potentially do is with Orphan Rock. Now, Orphan Rock currently gives us nothing. Absolutely nothing. It gives us no tax, it gives us no levies, because we are the wrong is a different holding type from us. Now, we could feudalize it. Now, the cost for that is 500 gold. I don't feel strongly that we should do this, and my logic is, in theory, this land that this chieftain is holding will be ours eventually, these 3 titles. So, we're going to have plenty to fill up our domain, right? There's going to be no issue there. So we don't need to hold on to it because it's like the the only piece of land we're ever going to get. And are we going to make back our 500 gold investment? I don't think we're going to make that back very quickly. I mean, if we look at how much Hellkeep, our best province, which has a boost of 1 for being the realm capital, is making us 1.56. If this is making us 1.56 every single month, that's going to take a long time to pay off this castle holding. And that's assuming that we don't put the money back into upgrading it so it can actually get there. No, I think we should give it away. I think it's time to give it away. It's kind of served its purpose, and we can give it to somebody who might like us, and then they would therefore pay us taxes and levies, which would mean it's then giving us something. So, let's find somebody to give that to. We could potentially give that to our cousin, I suppose, if we want to be, a little bit spicy. Oh, he's not even in our line of succession anymore. I was thinking, like, we could give it to a family member. That's something I like doing, just for a little bit of fun. Are you even in my lands? No. I could invite him back, though, I suppose. He would say no. Oh, well, never mind then. I won't give it to him. You know what I might do? I might just generate somebody. Grant to a noble of my culture. Sure, let's just do that. And it also goes to my faith as well. Yeah, so I've now just generated this guy out of nowhere. And, he has reasonable stats. But he should also now be generating stuff from this holding. So he's now generating levies from the holding. Which means that in theory, he will now be giving us things if we look at our succession. Not succession. I just read the word and was like, that must be what I was meaning to say. What's his name? His name is Hanning. Yes, in the vassal section, he should now be giving us something. He's not giving us anything currently. Why not? No contribution. Well, that seems bad. Let's go for a based on fame contribution with a... Just trying to see what we want to go for here. What is minor tributes? So, vassal loses prestige, monthly prestige, and I gain prestige and monthly prestige. So that just makes him hate us more. Okay, don't want to give him a position on the council. We can make him immune to title revocation. It's kind of annoying. You know what? How about this one? Sanctioned war declaration. Our vassals are allowed to declare war anyway right now, so effectively this does nothing, right? It means that he pays less for casus bellis. That's okay. Yeah. So now he's providing us some troops, which he wasn't. This just wasn't before. And if he starts earning money, he'll provide us money. And if our level of fame goes up, all the better. Yeah, that seems good. Nothing else that we immediately need to do. How are people feeling about us? Tyranny still hasn't had time to wear off. So I think we're probably going to unpause and let this building finish and then maybe declare war. We could declare a war right now, though. We could just go for it. Oh, I just noticed you're a different religion. You're the Minotaur cult. Ooh, okay, cool. So if I was to attack you, you have 400 troops. Potentially these guys would join in. No, actually, so potentially just this guy would join in here. Because it would just be people of his religion who would join in the Holy War. So at most we're facing 800. Realistically, we're facing 400. We only have to siege a single province. You know what? I think we can probably take him. I'm going to declare a war. Holy War for Kingdom. And I believe that it's going to give it directly to us as well, actually, now that I think about it. Because it won't vassalize him because he's not our religion. Right? Any Nordic pantheon rulers are vassalized and any titles are seized. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm then going to rally point ourselves over here. We're going to raise up our troops. We're just going to go to war. Paid for mercenaries? Yes, okay. I should have paid attention to that, actually, as to whether they had gold. This guy doesn't, but that one did. Do we have any holy orders or anything? No. We could potentially buy mercenaries, but that seems a little over the top. If I attack, things will come out even. Because we're defending in mountains and it's a river crossing. Is there a river crossing everywhere? I don't know. It might be. Yeah, it's going to be mountains everywhere. We could leave and try and bait them out of their territory. That might be an option. Could also go with this person. Doesn't think that they'll win, but their commander trait would be better, potentially, because that would give them the faith hostility advantage. Let's take a step back. Let's see if we can bait them. Okay. How about going in from this direction? Same buffs, I think. Yeah. Let's go like this. Might as well have a look. I mean, I'll just declare... Well, not clear. I'll just attack anyway. If it turns out that we can't get a better angle. But we might as well test the angle first. The reason why we might be just best off attacking is because those mercenaries aren't going to come back very quickly. So we could just attack, go back to our territory, reinforce attack, and just keep throwing ourselves at them. But it's not really what I want to do. It seems that my diplomatic overtures towards Heddick have caused a major misunderstanding. I've received a letter which makes it clear that he thinks I've been pursuing a different goal entirely. I am your high priest for kind's sake. I do not need to read on to get the point. Oh, so we're not going to be able to sway our priest. Unfortunate. Okay. How about from this side? How are we looking? Exactly the same? Alright, it still thinks it's going to be even. I think we just take the chance. Honestly, unless we've got somebody who's good in mountains. No, I don't think so. Okay, we just take the chance. We might lose. It's something I've gone into this thinking. But I think that there's a chance that we win. Ooh, okay, yeah, I did actually miss that they had witch knights. Are they, like, better than a normal troop? They're better in pursuit. Okay. And there's only 50 of them. But they're not actually that much better than armed legionnaires. Although, armed legionnaires are much better than our light footmen. But it looks like we're winning. So that's all that really matters in the end. My injured vassal? Oh no, Alderman Vald is severely injured. Well, that's not good. What's this? Dynasty legacy. Ooh. Okay. So there are many options. Anything new here? Yeah, there's a magical legacy, but we can't actually buy it. Ooh. Interesting. Wonder how you buy it. Maybe you have to have arcane blood, then you can buy these kind of things? It doesn't say, like, you know, what we're missing. Maybe you just need a higher amount of renown. Okay. Well, we could go for something like this. House members will not need a salary when appointed to a court position. That's very nice as a way of getting, like, a bunch of extra bonuses. House of Warriors giving you extra knight effectiveness. Very good in terms of combat. I don't think we need extra languages. Don't think we need the popular opinion. Dread gain's kind of nice. Sometimes just stops things from happening because people are afraid of you. It allows you to do things because people are afraid of you. New traits are nice. I think I'm going to go for Inner Circle. I kind of like the idea of getting free buffs. Right. So, that's members of our house, right? Yes. House members will not need it. The reason why that's important is if there's a spin-off house, we need to, we need to not put them in charge because we'll still have to pay them. But here, for instance, I could put in my son as our antiquarian. And it just gives us a benefit. He might be terrible at the position. Doesn't matter. It's free. I actually don't think he is terrible. Yeah. He's not that bad. See, it gets us a little opinion bonus with him. Lowers artifacts, decay. You know, this kind of thing's nice. Probably don't want any as my food taster. Also, I don't have anyone eligible. Master of the Horse. Just try to see. So, who are the members of our house? Maybe that's an easier way to look at this. Oh, it's houses. I want living members. We'll move this to the side. Right. So now we can look at it like this and go, so we're looking for... So you're not with me. My son. My grandchildren. Oh, so it's literally only my son. Okay, so right now it's not a huge bonus. So if Heimskir is not eligible, then we don't give it to anybody. I don't believe he's there. Royal Architect. It'll be useful next generation. This one. You're terrible at it, but hey, guess what? You're free. So we'll do that. You get court grandeur and we get monthly piety. The court grandeur bonuses as well are very nice because they then give us more bonuses in the royal court, which then mean that we get even more bonuses and it kind of spirals. Architects, none of them. Seneschal, none of them. Cupbearer, nope. Court jester, he's not eligible, I believe. Okay. Court musician, also not eligible. Bodyguard, nope. Personal champion, he is eligible. Well, you can be my personal champion then. Lowers our dread decay, also a free roll. This is somebody being like, why did you give this role to this person? Royal Housecarl, none of these people are eligible. Okay. Or my son isn't eligible. And then this is... oh, it's actually a different event. I find my grandson Hod sitting on the floor surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the 3rd time this month. My courtiers whisper about him being an artistic genius in the making, but the servants complain about scrubbing the floors free of the paint in wake of his inspirations. And say this has to stop, or genius will be nurtured. Obviously we're going to nurture Hod's genius. Yeah, 100%. And what's this put our... so it's moved our base court grandeur up to like almost up to 4. But what that means is if we get like a court grandeur boost, we could maybe be above 4 now, which will then give us even more of these benefits, and you get the idea. Like, it's just generally good. Let's take it. Money for the mercenaries. Bustling of an inn, a fine cider, a calm evening after a long day of training. My tankard is knocked out of my hand by a mercenary reeling from a blow, and all hope of relaxation drains away into the floor along with my cider. Please, my lord, the innkeeper begs. Gondister's thugs have been drinking me dry without paying for days, and their fighting is scaring off the staff and guests. Well, we can get rid of them. We get expunged bandits, so popular opinion. Mercenary hire cost goes down, and we get martial lifestyle experience. We are soldiers to throw them out, or I'll pay for your drinks. No, 100% we'll just take the option that's good and gets us all the bonuses. Yeah, that seems good. Right. We won the battle, which is lovely, and our level of fame went up for doing that. Oh ho! Which now means that we should be getting more from our vassals that are powered by level of fame. Snow, the troublemaker. My spy master approaches me, rage in her eyes and cat in hand, held by the scruff of its neck. As she thrusts the cat in my face, I see it was my dear Snow. I found this little monster among my things. What wasn't scratched to bits was covered in piss. Well, I'm sorry, spy master. Oh no, you're my spy master. I was gonna say, I don't care, it's a cat, but I can't do that because you're my spy master and you'll just kill me. So what I'm gonna do is... I guess I'm going to pay 50 gold. Yeah, there's not really any option. Okay, we lost a few knights during that battle, but now we have access to the siege. That's all good. That's going to increase soon. Right, I think we just chill. Oh, yes, this is what I was going to check. How much is this guy paying me now? He's in here somewhere. What's his name? This guy right here. So Hanning. So you're this guy. So you're now giving me 0.1 tax and 28 troops. I mean, it's not huge, but it is better than literally 0, which is what we were working at before. So we'll go with it. Speed 5. They're going to come in and attack us at some point. This faction may be able to fire, but we got 24 months, so, you know, we got time to think about it. Through downcast lashes. As my eyes meet Chiefess Kaya's for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know I'm not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, her gaze feels as intense as the midday sun. She wants me, and I cannot lie, I want her too. Or is punishing her husband, Chieftain Yashnag, what I truly desire? Does it even matter? Sure. I will give her a good tumble. Why not? Afterwards, Kaya falls to the mattress with a thump, her breath ragged and her eyes half closed. Languorously, I wipe the sweat of her chest with gentle fingers. Merely a moment later, Kaya pushes my hand away with an apologetic smile. It is nearly morning. I better leave. So there's a chance that she could become our lover, or indeed you better hurry. Sure, why not? She thinks I'm clingy. Okay, so they're going to attack us again, except that we just finished the siege, so actually we're going to enforce demands. Cool. So that means that this is our holding. It currently gives us a little bit in terms of troops. It will fix our problem with our faction. Ah, no, wait a second. Is another tribal holding? Ah, so it's not going to give us troops. Yes, that's going to disappear at the end of this, at the end of the month. That'll disappear. Unless we get another 500 gold. Ah, well, I guess I could give it to a vassal, and then the vassal could then provide us troops. Where did I hear that one before? Right, let's disband our armies. Let's sort out our prisoners. So do you have money? No. You want to be recruited? I'm going to demand your conversion and then recruit you. Cool. Right, so that fixes that one. And now, I guess we'll just unpause for a second. Cool. This is now 2 weeks to fire, which is nice. We are now making 0 out of this, so I'm going to grant this to a noble of my culture. Cool. So this guy now exists. He's very, very good at diplomacy. Who's our current person in diplomacy? It's currently not a powerful vassal. Well, in which case we could replace you with the new guy, I guess. Although the bonus increase is not that much, and given that it's to make vassals like us, probably making this guy dislike us would be kind of counterproductive. So we'll leave it as it is. Cool. Is this another tribal holding? Is tribal? Are these all tribal holdings? Tribal? Yes, these are all tribal holdings. Okay, well, I mean, we're not getting personal strength, but we're getting strength for the realm, which kind of makes sense. I think what we need to do is we need to hit peace, get a little bit more money, get our troops reinforced, get rid of this faction, and then we could maybe go to another war. This guy who I just got some land for has decided to invite me to a feast. Sure, why not? Right. What's this one? Hold court. Sure, we could hold court. We don't really have a lot of money, but let's hold court. Stifled commerce. A provincial merchant steps forward, clearly out of his element in my rich halls. I beckon, "Come, man, we don't have all day." "Yes, my lord," he stammers. "I'm Rister, representing the disgruntled traders and freemen of Helgen, Helgen's greatest town. Vlad, our alderman, is a barrier to commerce and the town's interests. We humbly ask he be replaced by someone else." So, this dude, you want him replaced? Well, he doesn't like us, which is a good start. Okay. So his election will come early. We get development progress in the land of Helgen, which is nice. He loses opinion of me, and we get civic meddling, so that lowers the contribution. Okay. You shall be the new alderman. The development level goes up immediately, potentially, or it doesn't. Okay. What does Vlad have to say? Crown will compensate the town's merchants, or you dare question the king's alderman. Okay, so I guess the question is, how much is he paying us right now? Right, vassals. He is currently paying us 0.4 per month with 30 troops. So 0.4, 30. If we do this, we're going to lose 10%. So 10% of 0.4. So we're going to lose 0.04. Yeah, okay, I think I'll take that for the 50 development progress, which should, I think, push Helgen into its next development thing. Oh no, it just finished the development growth. But it should push it a lot closer. Yeah, okay. That seems good. Yeah, I think we take that. My lord, I regret to inform you that the religious situation in my lands is out of control. I have tried to make my subjects see the light of our true faith, but too many of them persist in their wrong beliefs. I beg you to use your authority and power to help me. My lord, if I may, interjects my son and heir Heimskr, perhaps they could be persuaded by handing generous alms to the right faithfuls. So Heddick, see what you can do. Heimskr organized some local alms. Peaceful coexistence is always the best solution, or it sounds like your problem, not mine. I think we take the peaceful solution, and I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're not going to end up with a realm full of one religion, so we should kind of be happy to have what we can get, basically. Cool. Court grandeur level's gone up. My vassal, Lendman Lokier, appears at the throne with a middle-aged man in tow. My liege king, my acquaintance, Saetring Skjorralmor, seeks the honor of serving in your retinue of shield thanes. Good. You shall do that. You seem pretty good. Yeah, I'll have you. Right. My business here is done. Right, get rid of those. We've finished our building, which is nice. That's going to pay us more. And now we just stay at peace for a little bit. Ooh, I've arrived in Helgen to pay homage to you. Well, thank you very much. Increases our court grandeur even more, gets us more prestige, gets us some renown. How are we looking at that next level of fame? Still a little bit away. We would love to get that so we can increase crown authority, but, you know, it's just on the list. In theory, more wars will help, because I believe winning battles and wars gets you direct fame. Like, it doesn't get you any prestige, but it gets you that fame value, which means that in theory we can kind of push our way along here a little bit, but, you know, we need to have money for the war, we need to have troops for the war, all that sort of boring stuff. So, anyway. How's the faction looking? It's still there. I was thinking that... Oh, actually, you're increasing control right now, of course. I was thinking that potentially I could have him among trained commanders or something, but no, he's increasing control. I had thought he was an organized army, so I was seeing whether we could move him off of that, but we already did, so there you go. So we just have to be at peace. We'll see the amount we're making each month, though, does tick up. Snow sensitivity. Heckvild, this cat has to go. My wife is wanting me to give away my cat? No. Well, absolutely not. Now, I mention this event every single time it pops up. Basically, they're going to ask you a lot of times, like, you know, do you like my poem? And every single time I'm going to go, instead of doing this one where I can get a 71% chance of getting 20 opinion and 50 piety, I'm going to go, I will get 20 opinion and 50 piety. I'm never going to choose this option. Yes, I could potentially get some prestige out of it. I'm just going to choose this option every time. The poems are not worth it. Level of devotion went up. We're now faithful. Bastard born. There's no longer the slightest doubt in my mind. Chiefess Kaya, the wife of my rival and vassal, Chieftain Yashnag, has given birth to a daughter. Gogog Yal is Gogog Gra Yashnag Yal. What a name. And we both know that I'm her father. Thankfully, Kaya's kept quiet about me and no one else knows the truth, at least for now. Or, alternatively, I just tell everybody. You know what? I'm going to tell everybody. I'm now an adulterer. Yeah, but so what? It only lowers our opinion by 5. I've let it be known that Grogog is in truth my child. It means I've also confessed to my indiscretions with Chiefess Kaya. But the truth must be known. The repercussions for Grogog could be dire. A life of uncertain lineage is no easy thing. There are those who will always claim that she is Chieftain Yashnag's trueborn child, but there's nothing they can do to dispel the shadow of doubt. The secret is out. So, yeah, okay, we've done that now. We'll see how that goes. I lost the level of devotion, but it's worth it. It's worth it. There are some new people targeting us, that's fine. Which one do we want? Enemy occupations no longer lower control sounds really good. We could work on that. Yeah, let's do that one. Right. Carrying on. We have quite a lot of troops now, actually, and a reasonable amount of money. The problem is, this independence faction is kind of getting there. So, is there anything I can do to potentially move you on so you don't hate us? I guess I could kill you. That would work. Convert your religion. Send you a gift. I don't know. How difficult would it be to murder this person? Quite. Okay. So no murder. Well, in which case, spell book. Let's see what we got. You got any spells that we could cast? I could demoralize him. That doesn't really do very much for us, but I could do it. Okay. Ransom Chief Yashnag. You would like to pay 50 gold to ransom yourself. No, there's a reason you're in my prison, and it's not so you can get out. Well. If it isn't karma coming back to bite me seconds after I make a move. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. Kai knows that I was cursed the day I met Chieftain Yashnag. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and has brought that false churl to his grave. Your rival, Chieftain Yashnag, has died. Well, damn. That's not very good, because now it means that we have some other people who hold the land, which is rightfully ours. We still can't revoke their title, because you're not my direct vassal. Who is? So this person. My wife. My wife is the person who got all... Wait, how did my wife get these lands? Wait, what? Yeah, my wife... Wait, my wife got the duchy title. How did that happen? So what's the duchy's... So is equal partition? Okay. But how did it go to my wife? I don't really understand how it got there. Wait, was it always on my wife? Oh, wait, no. That's the title my wife should... No, okay, so the duchy title is this one. So how did she get control of the people? The counties? Huh, this must be some weird succession thing. Yeah, so... Falkranth belongs to you. You were the granddaughter of Yashnag. Okay, that makes sense how you got the land. You were also the... well, I think you were the grandson of Yashnag. Right? That's fine. You... Who are you? So you were the son of Yashnag. Okay. This is weird succession. Honestly, a bit weird in terms of how succession has gone here. This is not what I expected to happen. I expected these 3 bits of land to be given out and then for all of them to be independent, but they're not. Did you hold any other land? No? No? So I still don't understand why they went underneath our wife's title. That's kind of a weird one. Huh. Must be something weird with succession. Yeah, and then I guess you got your title as well? Huh. Yeah, okay. What's... if I go into one of these, what's succession law? The succession law is male preference, rule by might. Okay. So how did that get where it needed to go? So are these also male preference, rule by might? So this one is equal partition. And then this one I'm guessing is also equal partition? Yes, okay. So that I think explains where some of the weirdness came from. Yeah, this explains where some of it... Yeah, this explains where some of it came from. So if this is male preference rule by might, that explains how he got the land. So he got that because he was the male who was eligible to get the title. Right? Or he was the strongest. Right. So that's how he got this one. And he already held Cracked Tusk, therefore that's all part of one bit of land. These two got the land because it was split, but because their father would have had the land and then it got split between those two. Okay, that makes sense because of its equal partition, so it split between the two grandchildren who were in line. What I don't understand is why they are underneath her. That bit makes no sense to me, but maybe I'm missing something. But anyway, it hasn't really changed very much. We would still need to be able to revoke these titles, which actually now means we need to take our wife's titles, which is not very easy. We could retract her vassals. Does that revoke tyranny? That does invoke tyranny, but it's only 10 tyranny. So I could retract these 2 vassals from my wife for an extra 20 opinion hit, and then start revoking titles there. I could also try and revoke your title on this one. So this is actually my unpressed claim. I have a pressed claim on Peak Shade as well, apparently. No, wait, yeah, Peak Shade. Wait, so why do I have an unpressed claim on Crack's Tusk? Because I don't. Right? Because, yeah, these 3 are pressed. Then the Lend of Honningbrew is my unpressed claim. So I don't have that, despite it saying I have an unpressed claim. That doesn't make any sense. But maybe this is not actually because I have an unpressed claim. Maybe this is because he's a different religion? I don't know. What's a proclaim a divine command? I would need to have a different type of government. Okay, cool. So effectively, this doesn't really matter. But this one is the one that I would want off of him. But I still can't do it because it's an act of tyranny. Alright. Well, in the end, it didn't really change very much. But it confused me quite a lot, which is kind of what matters. To me, anyway. Hey, you've increased control to the max in Shriekwind, so it's now giving us its full amount. You're now giving us a full amount. You've gone on to giving us extra troops. I actually might leave you there. If I leave you on extra troops, we can maybe declare another war and get Ravenhall. Yeah, potentially. It wouldn't get us too much, but it could potentially be good. Also, did I check your contract? Ah, yes. There we go. So you'll now start actually contributing. That seems good. Right. The Legend of Red Eagle. Now, this looks like a standard event which has been flavored with Elder King stuff. Anyway, as the Reach and its people rely on oral traditions, transcribed tales of the Red Eagle are difficult to come by. As his lands were stolen by invaders, Southerner emperors who were allowed into the Reach by cowardly kings and elders, Faulan gathered every Reach folk who yearned for freedom, and who still followed the old ways. When even the bravery of his people against a much larger force was not enough, he traded his very humanity for what he believed in, and rampaged through the Imperial legions as a spirit of rage and vengeance. So we should not try and emulate the Savage. We can get Rough Terrain Expert, which is quite good. You can get Holy Warrior, which is very good, or Reckless. We're mostly going to be fighting people who are other religions, so Holy Warrior makes a lot of sense. Cool. Greetings, my liege. I've come to pay homage to you. Well, thank you very much. Come on in, come on in. Court Grandeur's level 4 again. And I think with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.